Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this look for you, which I'm sure you can guess it is from the new Ariana Grande music video. And I was so inspired to do a look on it. I actually first posted on Instagram a couple days after the video was released, and you guys went crazy for it. You wanted to see a tutorial. I didn't film it. I was just honestly playing around because I love the makeup so much. And you guys liked it so much too that I had to recreate it for you guys. So many of you guys asked and I couldn't say no. If you want to see how I recreated this Ariana Grande No Tears Left to Cry music video look, then just keep watching. I'm gonna go ahead and start with my face just because it's quite different from my body, though for glitter looks I do tend to recommend doing your eyes first, but we're gonna take a chance today. So I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I've been testing this out. With this, you need such a little amount. It does come with an applicator, but I feel like if you just swipe your finger on it, it works so much better. So I was having a little bit of trouble getting this to work for me. Very, very little product you need. For my foundation, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in Golden. I do have quite a bit of tan on, and this is, I think, the darkest foundation I have. I'm just gonna apply it with the Beauty Blender. So this color isn't the perfect match for me. We're gonna correct it because you can see this is much more golden than me. I have more red undertone. This is a pretty good red undertone. I'm gonna mix a little bit of my Natasha Denona over top to kind of neutralize this a bit. And that looks a little gray. Okay, so mixed in with that, this on its own would be gray because it's not dark enough, but mixed with this, you can see it's kind of making it blend a little bit better. So we're just gonna do that. Because you can see what I mean by the undertone of this, a little bit better, but because it's too light, it does make me look ashy. So mixing the two definitely makes it work better, much better. See, I like when things like that happen because it kind of can show you how to correct things like that. So I'm just gonna let my foundation set on my skin for a little bit, see if it oxidizes and if I need to correct it at all further. And when I put my concealer and stuff on, bronzer and all that, it should work out. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our brows. I'm going to do those off camera, and then I'm going to come back and move on to the eyes, because if the glitter falls down, I don't want it to fall on my concealer. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm back. I just filled in my brows and set my lid space with some powder. And I'm going to be using my bronzer. I like to start off with my bronzer first, a lot of the time, just to tie everything together. This is the limited edition Marc Jacobs TanTastic, which just relaunched for this summer. Just gonna start off with this color. Then Ariana had it angled out, which I like to also do with my eye shape. I always pretty much am angling out my eyeshadow. Next, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Soft Glam palette and the shade Cypress Umber right there, just to deepen up the crease. And just look down into my mirror. And I'm not going to round it down. I'm keeping it fairly high up because I'm going to be cutting my crease a little bit higher. You're going to see, it's just going to give the illusion that I have more lid space because Ariana has quite large eyes and I do not. Taking my concealer, I'm using the KKW Beauty Concealer in shade 5. Been loving this stuff, surprisingly, like really loving it. I'm just going to use this to cut my crease. This is what I use to just set my eye. There's this squirrel in the tree behind me. It's so distracting because I can see it in my mirror. He's so high up. He's so cute. Just going to cut my crease. And I like to go a little bit higher than my natural crease, just so you can see the glitter. You don't even have to do this part. This is more so just a guideline of where I'm going to put the glitter. You could go straight in with that Lit Cosmetics glitter and be totally fine, which I will be using. However, I like to be on the safe side, and it's always helpful to have a guideline. I feel like I'm pretty good at applying the glitter, but you know, you never know. So may as well just take that extra step to help yourself. Especially since I did my eye makeup first, and I don't want to, my face makeup first. I don't want to mess it up. And then when you're happy with the shape, it's time to match up both sides, which is the hardest part. That's why I like doing the guide. You can try and get it as close as possible. My eyelid space aren't the same, so it's never going to be perfect, but you know, try your best. So just using a Sigma Flat Definer E15. You can use those curved fluff brushes as well. It's a little bit easier actually to create the curve to follow, but I was using this to clean up my brow, and they work fine for me, but it's a little bit easier, I'd say, if you have one of those brushes. For the lid, I'm going to be using my Lit Cosmetics Clearly Liquid Glitter Base, and also the glitter in Beach Baby. This is a size 3. Their glitters come in 4 different sizes. Size 3 is my personal favorite. Basically, you could get any glitter in a size 3, and honestly, I would love it so much. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of the glitter base into the cap. And my favorite way to apply glitter is with the MAC 242 brush. And now that we have that guide, it's going to be a little bit easier to apply the glitter. I just take enough glitter base to saturate the brush. Once you find the perfect amount, glitter base to the glitter, you should have virtually 0 fallout. I'm still probably going to have a little bit of fallout, but this is honestly the most easy to use glitter in my opinion, if used correctly. And we're just going to press on. Don't want to swipe. Just follow the guide you created. Now I'm going to do my liner, and I'm using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is also going to be a guide for me because with glitter it's really hard to do liner on top of. Liquid is best, but I like to go in after and just go on over top. This is a little sample one, so I don't mind if glitter actually gets on it. Pen liners are just easier for me, so this is just kind of what I do. Since glitter is so hard to get liner to show up, liquid liner is always best for me. So I just like to put that protective layer of the pen down, and then we're going to fill everything in with the liquid. And this one I just got from CoverGirl, and it's number 320. It's a black, very black matte liquid liner. It is amazing. Very fluid. I'm going to be using my Blinking Beauty lashes. I'll leave the style link down below. These are the ones I always use lately. I know Ariana always has the winged out shape to her lashes, and these ones have that shape, so they work perfectly for a look for her. And I need to put on mascara. Ariana had some white underneath the black liner. I'm going to do my concealer before I go ahead and work on any of that area around my under eye. It's just a little bit easier. And that's going to give the glue a little bit time to set. We can go back and cover up any white areas we see or patchiness. So I am going to be using my KKW concealer in number 5. Love this stuff. And since I'm so tan, you're going to actually see this on me and how bright this makes me. So I know some people don't like such a bright under eye. So I use this my fair skin and when I'm tan. Just makes me more bright when I'm tan. I'm gonna work fast. Very bright right now. Once we do our bronzing and set everything, it will look good, I promise you. And I'm just going to highlight points of my face as well. Now I'm just going to take my KKW Beauty baking powder in number 2. We're going to bake that under eye. And while that under eye bakes, I'm just going to set the rest of my face very lightly. Then taking my Marc Jacobs TanTastic bronzer, I'm just going to bronze up my face as the powder sets under my eyes. Then taking my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe powder brush, I'm going to sweep that bake away. And we're going to contour the nose after. And if it's set a little bit harsh in some areas, I just kind of press it in with my sponge. So I just put a little bit of powder where I didn't put the bronzer. That is all. Now I'm just taking my bronzer again, it underneath my eye just to add a little bit of color. Now for the white that you used underneath the black, I'm using my Maybelline Lasting Drama Light Liner in White Luster. I'm just running it under that black line. For my inner corner, I use just a white eyeshadow, and I believe this is White Lies from Makeup Geek, and this is a Sephora Pro Shader 18, very tiny. Just brightening up that inner corner. And then to make the inner corner and that white wing pop even more, I used a little bit of the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner in Distortion. So it has some beautiful reflect in it. It's just adding to the glitter of this look. I just think it ties in that lid so nicely. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on the inner corner as well. Then I didn't want white on my waterline. I wanted a nude because I didn't want it so contrasting. So I'm just using a nude liner. This one is from L'Oreal. It's their Infallible Long Wear Eye Pencil in Nude Beige. I'm just going to take my L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara, which I used on my upper lashes. Just put a little bit on my lowers. KKW Beauty has a brightening powder, but this is already fairly bright for me, so I'm not going to actually use that today. I am going to be using MAC Hush Tone, which if I had to pick one blush that's my favorite of all time, this would probably be it. This is one of the only times when I wear blush is you guys ask me what it is, because I don't wear blush too often and I don't wear a lot, but every single time I wear this, you guys love this blush, so it makes me love it. For highlight, I don't think this is going to come as a surprise considering I'm constantly using this. This is the NARS Fort de France highlighter. It's been my favorite lately, and Ariana didn't look like she was wearing too much face glow. It looked pretty matte in my inspiration pic, but I know in the actual video she definitely had some highlight on. Just want a little bit of a glow. For lips, I wanted to keep it pretty simple because I know for me that's one of the things I love to recreate. And I know this was a really popular lip pencil for a while. It was kind of similar to those Kylie Jenner type of lips. And this is a new gloss from Pixi and Chloe Morello, and I thought this combo looked beautiful for the look. And I highly recommend both these, so I wanted to use products that I really like, just in case you guys wanted to purchase the lip combo, because it's beautiful. So I actually fill in my entire lip with the lip pencil, the Makeup Forever 3C, and it is a rosy pink. And then using the Pixi and Chloe Morello gloss, which has that beautiful glitter in it as well, which I thought was perfect for this look. Honestly, this is such a perfect lip combo for it, I think. I love it. So I'm not going to set my face with setting spray, surprise, surprise, because the look just looks so matte to me, and I know if I add that hydration to my skin, it's just going to throw the look off a little bit. This is the completed Ariana Grande makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for requesting this look. I had so much fun recreating it for you guys, and I'm glad you love the Instagram look so much that you wanted to see a tutorial, because I love doing tutorials. I know they don't get a ton of views, but I still love doing them, and I'm glad you guys wanted to see it. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.